The bad bromance. The bad bromance. Welcome to Sunday Agenda. Again, I'm Lidia Curanaj. We're going to continue covering the riots and everything else going on in the world. But you know what? Meantime, Elon Musk, I was the person that made fun of people that cared about, celebrity breakups like Princess Diana and Charles, Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston. I remember my friend, I didn't care about Angelina Jolie, breakup. But President Elon Musk and President Trump, that breakup, that's the one that actually hurt to see. The breakup, it was big, but not so beautiful. President Trump now saying this about Elon aboard Air Force One.
Honestly, I've been so busy working on China, working on Russia, working on Iran, working on so many. I'm not thinking about Elon. I just wish him well.
I was there at MSG in New York City when Elon came out on the stage, jumping up and down and so excited to see Trump, the crowd going wild. How many times have we seen Elon's son frolicking with President Trump? There he is in the Oval Office. He treated Elon's son as if he was his own grandson. They were beautiful, tender moments like this, spending even holidays together. Elon and Trump seem to have a father-son type of relationship. So while many of us, perhaps Barron, look at him there, side-eyed, annoyed with Elon, and myself included, expected this relationship to eventually come to an end, no one predicted it would go this nuclear, because that's exactly what happened here. To say Trump was on the Epstein list, this is what Elon posted. He's now taken this down, but it's too late. The damage has been done. He basically is calling Trump a sex abuser, a pedophile. Elon, if you really thought this of President Trump, why would you allow your child to be around him all the time? They were alone together. There's really nothing lower than calling someone something as vile as a sex abuser. To say they're on the Epstein list, oh my goodness. I think Elon said this because he knew just how hurtful it would be to President Trump. Vice President J.D. Vance, he believes that Elon has been frustrated over the Tesla terror attacks, as well as the personal attacks he's received ever since he came out in support of Trump. And then finally, tensions somehow boiled over. Here's what the vice president said when he saw the Elon Epstein post in real time while he was on the Theo Von podcast.
First of all, absolutely not. Donald Trump didn't do anything wrong with Jeffrey Epstein. The guy is, whatever the Democrats and the media says about him, that's totally BS. Here's my basic read on it. First of all, I'm the vice president to President Trump. My loyalties are always going to be with the president. I think it's a huge mistake for him to go after the president like that. And I think that if he and the president are in some blood feud, most importantly, it's going to be bad for the country. But I don't think it's going to be good for Elon either.
And it certainly won't be good for Elon. ABC News now reporting that when Trump was asked if he would be speaking to Musk, Trump replied, "You mean the man who has lost his mind?" Trump also reportedly saying Musk now wants to talk to him, but that he's simply not ready. And whereas you and I would, give back a teddy bear, a ring at most, back to an ex, there are now reports Trump is considering either giving away or selling the red Tesla he purchased to support Elon. Ouch, beautiful car. They were, these two, they were very supportive of each other. They had this kind of father-son relationship, So what happened? How did this all go so wrong? Here's what I think. I think Musk wanted unfettered access. I think this is more than about the big, beautiful bill and the EV mandates. Musk is a guy who doesn't hear the word no often. He's the richest guy on the planet. And while Musk is clearly brilliant, his emotional intelligence might not be where it needs to be. And what happened was what Elon with the post and everything, I think this was tantamount to a child throwing a temper tantrum. And then now President Trump, like you do with your child. So when my daughter, when she was younger, and she'd want a toy. She's 8 now. She wouldn't do it now. But if she was throwing a fit, I would just ignore and walk away. And I think that's what President Trump is doing to Elon. And I think it's the right move. So while Elon now wants to metaphorically kiss Trump and make it better, that's what reports are saying, this boo-boo by Elon It will never go away. And it's hurting Elon in more ways than he could have imagined. Tesla stock plummeting $150 billion. Elon's net worth also dropping by $27 billion. The guy's worth over $360 billion. So he's not really feeling it, but it's still got to hurt. MAGA world and liberals have also now both turned on Musk. And poor liberals, they're now so confused. They don't know whether they should buy Teslas or continue vandalizing them, you know? Meantime, President Trump's popularity, it is rising. Look at the love just last night he received at the UFC fight there in Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center. And then all you have to do is also look at the polls. Trump posted this to his Truth Social, a Newsmax article in which 4 polls show Trump with strong approval ratings. But sadly, there are now some who are reveling in this big, bad breakup.
Any quick reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now?
Oh, man, the girls are fighting, aren't they?
The girls, real rich, coming from AOC, a champagne socialist who can't even define what a woman is. But not everyone has such a pessimistic view of what will become of the Musk-Trump romance. Kevin O'Leary believing that there will be a happy ending after all.
I actually think if you're Trump, you're saying, wait a second, this guy leads the free world in space, and I want to stay close to him. They're going to work this thing out. I mean, I know I understand how people can have angst about it, but I really focus on signal. The noise is almost entertaining, but irrelevant if you're an investor.
It's no wonder he's called Mr. Wonderful. Perhaps Musk will become Trump's rocket man once again. But after that Epstein Files accusation, I believe that's about as likely as Trump pardoning Michael Cohen.